Hello. Oh dear, what a terrible angle. Hello. It's me. Emma, but in a hotel. This is very awkward. I didn't bring my camera. I already had a massively full suitcase, and I thought it'd be distracting to bring my camera anyway. So we're doing an old school style computer. This is a crummy Chromebook. So I don't know what the quality is going to be like. Pretty sure the audio is going to be terrible. It's also very noisy in here. I'm clearly near some sort of extractor thing. It's very strange. The room is very warm and both the windows are open, so I don't know what's going on. So this is my... Okay, here we go. This is like a 90s diary segment of a cheesy chick flick, I feel like. Okay. So it's day one of... I'm doing a 5-day acting class, kind of intensive, with a company called the Actors Studio, who are brilliant. I've done a course with them before, and this one is with Clare Holman, who is, it's day one, but so far she's absolutely wonderful, and we did some really difficult and emotional and energy draining work, but that was really, really rewarding, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the week. I got up at 4:45 a.m, which is why I'm quite tired now, because I travelled here to Slough, sexy Slough, and dropped off my luggage here at the Travel Lodge, again, very sexy, and then got the, oh my god, let's not do that again, and then got the shuttle bus to Pinewood, which is where the classes are taking place. I'm staying over for the next 4 nights, so I don't have to do that super early start again. I've also got my pass for the week now, so it feels like half the morning was queuing at reception for a pass. It was crazy busy today. There's obviously like a new production starting, and it was wild. The day was really good. I'm now, as I say, in the Travel Lodge, and it's fine. Like I say, it's weirdly warm and the windows are open to some sort of noisy extractor thing, so I'm hoping it cools down in here. I'm not sure what's going on. I've got my tiny kettle. I've got an extremely low mirror. I mean, I'm a very small person, but the mirror is... Can I show you around? Let's see if this works. Gosh, I feel very old school. I say old school, I never did this. This isn't something that I ever did. Look at this. Look, I am a tiny person. You know I'm a tiny person. Am I supposed to do my makeup in this? Oh, we got to squat for the whole... But it's whatever. It's fine. The other thing... And I'm not complaining here because it's a Travel Lodge. You get what you pay for. I'm a cheap bastard. Oh, I've got a full length in the door. So it's fine. And the bathroom. One thing I do think is funny... If I do this in tablet mode, then I might be able to show you the clearance between... Where is the camera on this thing? Oh, it's up here. I don't know how well you can see that. The clearance between the door and the toilet makes me very nervous. Oh, and the sink is filled up a little bit, so I'll figure that out in a minute. So yeah, course, going very well. It's been 1 day, but everybody on it has been lovely. The instructor, Clare Holman, super lovely. Already learned a ton, and I'm really excited to do more. I am knackered. Here's the other thing about Travel Lodge Slough today. The card printing machine isn't working. Every time I go to a Travel Lodge, something is broken. Like, I'll have a window that doesn't quite shut, or the door doesn't lock properly. There'll always be something. The last time I went to a Travel Lodge, the lift was broken and I was on the 3rd floor. This time I'm on the 5th floor, so fortunately that is not a problem. But the card printing machine is broken. So the check-in process was a bit slow because every single person that comes in has to have a staff member escort them to their room and use their master key to open their door. So I need to go and get dinner. And I'm like, even if I just go to the Travel Lodge restaurant downstairs, I have to really commit to going out, because once I go out I can't get back in without waiting for a staff member to escort me, which is really awkward. I really hope that gets fixed
and I don't have to do that for 4 days, because that's going to be so awkward. Even having breakfast in the morning, I can't just nip down for breakfast and then come back up because I need someone to come with me. But I need to eat, so I have to I have to very carefully plan what I'm going to eat, and if I'm going to do a little, I quite fancy doing a little Tesco shop or something just to get bits for the week, because the Pinewood Cafe is very expensive. So it was a nice little treat today, but I can't pay £5 for pasta every day this week. That's crazy money. So I need to do a little shop, but I have to. I'm so tired, and I really don't. Everybody here is lovely. The staff I've met, very, very nice. I'm just so tired. I want to talk to as few people as possible. I've had a day of like emotionally sharing and stuff with all new people, which has been wonderful, really rewarding. I just wish I didn't have to interact with a lot of people to be able to leave my room. It's very unfortunate. But it is what it is. So I need to find somewhere to eat and then go. Oh, here's another funny thing. In the lift we got in to get upstairs, the button for 7 is missing, as in the number 7 is missing, and there's no number 4. There's 2 2s, so there's just floor 2 twice. So it goes 1 2, 3 2, 5 6, blank. That took me ages to work out. I am really tired. Okay, I need to figure out some food so that I can then just crash, because I really need to crash. I'll see you later. Hello. Can I make this a little bit better? Oh my god, that's even worse. It's just going to be noisy, and it's a terrible quality camera. It's just going to be a terrible quality video. That's fine. Maybe the fact that it's... Oh, now I look really shiny. I think this is worse. I'm just going to... Oh, no. No, it's not. It's better. Okay, fine. Do you know what? Let's go over here. Let's go... If we go up here and I sit in a chair, I'm a bit more like a real person. Let me get my tea. This is very strange. This is what people used to do. Oh my god, that was a bit close. This is what people used to do on the internet. They'd get... Some people probably still do. Get their computers, laptops, and they'd do a recording. I've just made a cup of tea, and I've gone northern. Terrible northern accent. Okay, so, day 2. I look tired. I feel tired. I probably should have gone to bed earlier last night, and I kept waking up. I think it was just too hot in here. I'm on like the 5th floor, so I'm guessing that's why. Door keys are still broken, so still having to get escorted to my room by a staff member, which is cool. It was really brilliant again today, the course. I think Claire is absolutely fantastic. I'm probably just going to gush about how fantastic she is, like a lot this week. We did some great improv work this morning, which I'm just super... It was so fun. I've not just played like that with other actors for so long. Probably not since that just improv for the sake of improv. I've not done that since I was like a youth in youth theatre. Sorry. Is anybody saying cards on the table? Are you cheating on your wife? Never mind, actually. Never mind. I think we're okay. So fun. Just pushing a character beyond the norm just to see what happened, and to have, for people to laugh and just to be in that space with each other and feel good about that and just have fun. Just brilliant. Love it. We've been giving each other slappy massages in the morning, which is a little bit weird. We pair up and just slap each other's backs and shoulders and things. We just kind of, the smell of weed has just wafted into the hotel room, downside of the open windows. I'm alright with my cup of tea. You enjoy yourselves, I'll enjoy my cup of tea. Yeah, so we spent the morning kind of playing. Hopefully I'll be able to share some of the material with you that we've been kind of playing with. I did a monologue yesterday that I had prepared. My memories.
My memories are... Do you want to know what my memories of Tilly are? They're of this little nerdy girl who I never talked to, who I ignored, who I didn't understand because she didn't live in the same world as I did. I didn't know her, Vera. I remember her as a baby. I remember her as this little toddler I loved picking up and holding. I don't remember her as a teen at all. And I'll never get the chance to know her as an adult. And now, all I have left is this stupid notebook and this stupid made-up adventure about killing a stupid made-up dragon. It all just fucking sucks.
And then we did some real-life story sharing. And then today, we did some improv. We had prepared character biographies by observing people, and I got a bit carried away. I kind of did mine. I got a bit carried away. I did it the same way I had sort of done for writing. So I created a sort of slightly, not too ridiculous, but a bit out there kind of backstory for my character. When I played that just in an improv scene, I worked with this guy Paul, who's fantastic, and it was very... I really pushed it because we were trying to sort of go further than you would, to sort of just see what happens. So I had a lot of fun with just being completely indiscreet, desperately trying to find out if this guy was cheating on his wife. And it was so much fun. I could have just kept going for hours. I was having so much fun with it. And then we did a little kind of park bench scenario, which is quite sort of a classic kind of improv thing where you come in with different characters and sort of have to interact with each other. And we did a little sort of status challenge, almost, high status characters. Status being how you kind of view yourself. So somebody who's thinks they are the best of the best, the cream of the crop, will be like a 10. Somebody who is absolutely riddled with insecurity would be like a 1. And so we had a couple of us at very, very high status, sort of competing for the space, for the status. So that was very fun as well.
No, big merger. So yeah, all good.
Murder?
No, merger, yes.
Every time we kind of introduced a new person who was also high status, the ones of us that had been there previously, upon receiving the new threat, kind of ganged up together to take on the new... It was so interesting how it worked. And just brilliant watching people and watching some scenes that turned out so sweet, because there was a lot of... I tend to find with improv, or at least in the years past, it was probably different as well because I was a kid at the time, but with improv when I was young, I always found that we tended to lean more into the comedy, and I've definitely always found that leaning into the comedy is something that I find much easier. You can probably tell from how silly I get sometimes in my videos. I find it much easier to make light and it's sort of a quick and easy... It's like kids in school playing the jester. It's a quick and easy way to gain that sort of good feeling reward, is to make people laugh. So that's tremendous fun, but then some people just surprised you out of nowhere with something that just was so moving and heartfelt and just, wow, that's beautiful. And that was really lovely too. It was just some stuff went just where you wouldn't expect. I think the main thing that I've found really lovely and kind of almost, I guess, a relief, because we're just 12. It's a class of 12, and we're just 12 people, just random people, and everybody's at different stages of their career in terms of acting or doing other things. People have different levels of experience. It feels like everyone is on a similar sort of level skill-wise, which is, or at least the baseline. I don't know if that really makes sense. Like, none of us clearly don't know what. As far as I can tell, I'm not the audience, but there's, it feels like quite a high skill level among a really broad range of people, and everyone is really lovely. So there's nobody you don't want to work with, just to chat to and spend time with and work with. It's a really, really lovely group, very supportive. It feels a very safe space, and that's something that was kind of made very clear to us as well. So it's just felt really lovely. You feel safe being kind of vulnerable in the space. I'm just having a really great time. And so this afternoon, the big thing that was we got our scripts for the 2 scenes we're going to be shooting, which is today's Tuesday, so that'll be on Thursday and Friday. So we read through and started developing the characters and the kind of backstory. We've got a mix of scenes that were sort of written or adapted by Actors Studio and that come from TV and things like that. And they're both duologues, which I think is good. I am very comfortable with the amount of dialogue because it's such a short turnaround. Because it's, we're going to be blocking tomorrow. We're going to be kind of blocking the action and working on it tomorrow. And then Thursday we record one scene at one location. Friday we record the other. And then we're just in each other's scenes. We'll have some people in just as background humans, because there are humans in cafes and things like that. One is a domestic situation. So one takes place in a house, and then one is in a public space. So you need human beings to be waiters and things. So it's a very short turnaround. So really, you want to know it for the blocking, and for the sort of on-set rehearsal. Because if you're lucky enough to get a rehearsal, then you wanna be off book really. But the definite need to know it is Thursday. For one on Friday, so Thursday really. Once you get home from a day of filming, you're going to be so tired, you're not going to want to then try and learn stuff for the next day. So I was a little bit nervous about sort of having 2 pieces to learn in such short notice. I think I'm quite lucky in that there's one, my first one, which is the sort of cafe, bar, restaurant kind of thing, is very kind of a playful sort of back and forth. I find duologues so much easier to learn, or just scenes with other people, just so much easier to learn than any kind of monologue, because half of it is you're getting it from the other person, you're reacting to what they're saying, and it's just so much easier. And my second one, the kind of domestic one, it's a very cool one. I'm very pleased. I really like them both, actually, which is good. I really do like them both, and I like both characters a lot. The second one, my actual dialogue is very limited, so I have no concern about learning that one at all, because my lines are like very short, very reactive. It's the other character is a very big character who is talking and talking and talking, and I'm very small. Does that make sense? Not physically, obviously. I don't know if this makes sense to anyone. I am tired. But in terms of learning lines, fine. My sort of thing, I guess, that I'm nervous about is that is a very... it's all in the reactions, and it's a very sort of layered emotions of feeling a lot of strong feelings and having to have that come across while trying to hide those feelings. It's... because it's one thing to say, I am upset, I am angry, I'm shouting at you in this dialogue, to have that dialogue be sort of completely absent, and essentially it's all going unspoken. It's sort of the words are contradictory to the feelings, and the feelings have to come across without any help from the words, if that wasn't too rambly and nonsensical. So it's it's a little bit intimidating, but it will be so, if I can if I can pull it off, it will be really, really rewarding. I'm excited to have Claire kind of direct that stuff tomorrow. I think will be really interesting, kind of blocking it all out and figuring out exactly what we're playing with. So we ran quite late tonight, just doing our read-throughs and talking about costume and stuff like that. So it's 8:30 already. I've just basically had dinner. Had a bum around Tesco's to get some food. Got home. Well, got to the hotel. Got escorted to my room. It's already 8:30. I feel like I can and should be going to bed in like half an hour. And the only other thing that is like not really a concern, because I think the stuff that I've got will be fine. But because I did travel here, I'm sort of limited to a suitcase. I haven't got that many clothing choices for the scenes. I'm pretty sure I've got, more than suitable stuff. One of them, I'm going to be in my pajamas, which is kind of a thing. For some reason, I've done like a few shorts. Out of the limited stuff that I've done, I've shot quite a few things in pajamas. I don't know why. It just seems to be a thing. It's from a TV show. I won't spoil it, because I guess maybe we can watch it together. But it's a dark comedy, and the undertones of what is going on and what my character has been through are very, very serious. But the scene and my character's emotion is very, very... She's really struggling to keep it together emotionally. Mood. So relatable. But the scene is very, very funny. There's something kind of farcical about it that I think is really fun. I think it's going to be really, really fun to play with. I've blagged on for 20 minutes already. Sorry. I think because I was too tired yesterday to really talk about anything, I was like, okay, we'll talk about it today. I went and bought... You can see the name of it if I show you that. So, 1, 2... You can tell from the limited highlighter in this one, this is the one where I've got very few lines. Actual dialogue is... Actually, that was the page with my most lines. Yeah, I bought a pack of highlighters just because I suddenly was like, I really actually want to highlight these. I don't know why. It's just something about... It's almost like writing something out helps you learn it. It's like highlighting it kind of helps me. I don't know. Anyway, the other very important thing I packed, the thing that I did remember, was my cuddly chicken. So that's good. It's funny. I was talking to someone about this earlier, where it's like part of me was kind of like, ooh, 5 days off of my normal work. I prepped loads of stuff in advance. I did a lot of work in advance so that I could just have the weekend, just not stress about it. Just not be trying to work while away, or not, having no videos come out and being stressy about it. But I was like, oh, a few days off of normal work. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna feel, maybe a bit relaxing in a hotel room, whatever. And it's like, no, actually, this is like, this is so much more work that I would be, emotionally and in terms of energy, much harder than me doing a normal week of work. Because so much of what I do is, editing, and it's a lot of work, and I work a lot, but acting and devising and improvising and learning scripts and watching and taking so much in. Yes, it's a huge amount of... It's a working week for sure. It's like a really intense working week, and it's brilliantly rewarding and super, super fun. But I'm gonna be knackered at the end of it, like completely shattered. And and Sunday, I'm doing this will come out later. So it'll have already happened in the past, so we'll see. You'll know before me whether it's a disaster or not, if you've seen it, but I'm doing Talk Heathen, which is an ACA, Atheist Community of Austin, show, which I've not done before, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm doing Talk Heathen on Sunday, so at least I have Saturday to recover. I think I might not stream Saturday, which is kind of a bummer, and I haven't decided yet. I'll decide on the day. It's not a massive deal either way, but because obviously I'm missing Monday and Wednesday stream as well. But I think maybe if I just zonk out for the whole of Saturday, then it will be better on Sunday. But I'm really excited about it. It's with Objectively Dan, who I have not worked with yet, so that's really exciting. And everybody loves Dan, so that's really good. But it's like, if in in hindsight, it's like probably not the best date to have put like the end of a really, like basically a 5-day really intense working week, and then also working one of the weekend days, and not working on my stuff, because if I'm a bit tired on my own channel, when you're your own boss, it's kind of, I mean, like, it's a strange one, because you're somewhat beholden to the audience, and in a way I want to present my best self for the viewer's sake, but also people are very understanding, and it's only my own channel. So if I'm like, hey guys, sorry, I'm really tired today, I might sound a bit dumb, which is the sort of thing that I say quite often. People don't really mind, and if they did mind, I'm not hurting anyone, I'm not hurting the quality of anything but my own stuff, you know? Usually I will skip something rather than do something low quality, but sometimes I can still work and do good work. I just like look a bit shit or sound a bit dumb or whatever, but I can still do good stuff, and that's when I'll kind of do that. But on somebody else's show, especially when it's a big organisation that is a big charity organisation, I'm like, I want to be on it, you know? I want to be really with it. So I have big plans to just zonk out on Saturday, so it's very exciting. And tomorrow we get to see the sets. I have an idea of what they're going to look like, because I've done I did the weekly course with Actors Studio before, and we shot a couple of showreel scenes then, so I have an idea of the setup and the props and stuff that they have. So it's going to be, I mean, one is a very standard domestic situation, and then one is like a bar sort of cafe set. It's in a different environment than last time. It's in the last time I was here, they did it in the ballroom at Pinewood, and this time they're building it in their sort of room set, the Actors Studio set rather than the Pinewood ballroom, which is good for me because it'll look slightly different if I end up using both pieces of footage, which I probably wouldn't, because you don't need more than 2 or 3 things anyway. So it's about having more quality stuff to choose from, to choose the best. Anyway, I keep rambling. I'm just going to go on forever. My tea's getting cold, so I'm going to slurp this up. And yeah, get some rest, do a bit of character work, and then yeah, tomorrow we are blocking and rehearsing. So that's very exciting. I'm kind of sad that, you know, we're sort of done with all the improvisation and the just general skill development, because it's been so good. I could do it again. So I'm going to speak to Matt because I miss him, and then then the stuff that I said a minute ago. Bye. Just say bye so we stop talking. Hello. Excuse me, I look a mess. I look a terrible, terrible mess. Obviously, I've just had a shower. I'm hydrating like crazy. If I look like I've just been crying, it's because I just put in some eye drops. I'm fine. Like, I'm rushing just so I can be ready and get to bed early. So we blocked today. We blocked out the scenes in the spaces, or in one of the spaces. One of them is on location. It's a domestic setting. Friday. So Friday we are getting driven out like 2 minutes to a house, to film in a house. But tomorrow we are in the studio, and a little cafe set, a sort of restaurant cafe set. And the call time is 8:30, which means being there at like 7:30, which means getting the 7:10 shuttle, which means getting up very early, probably 6. I'll probably get up at 6. I'm excited, I'm nervous. Today was very quiet. Today was kind of the sort of slowest day of the week because we were blocking. So, you know, we've all got 2 scenes, and there's 12 of us. So and we're in pairs, so the numbers. So we're doing 6. We're filming all together 6 scenes each day, which means that today we blocked out 12 scenes, and obviously we're only the main characters that need to be there for blocking in 2 of them. So we had a lot of sitting around. We did a lot of rehearsal, which was really good, and we went over costume, wearing pyjamas for one of mine. That's the scene I'm most excited for, to be honest. I think they're both going to be great. Tomorrow's one is really lovely, kind of a little bit sad, but in a sort of just sweet and quite, true to life little story. And Fridays is comedic, but also more dark, and with a lot more kind of emotional depth to the character, which is intimidating but really exciting. And I think I talked about that already. And then we just kind of went through the call sheet and got some advice from the first AD, who was very nice, and he was reminding us all to hydrate so that our skin looks refreshed. it was funny but quite sweet. So yeah, and because tomorrow's scenes are all shot in cafes, bars, restaurants, a lot of us are being background, or one set in a canteen, like a film set sort of canteen. So I'm a background artist, an SA, supporting artist. You're not supposed to say extra anymore. But if you're wondering, that's basically being an extra, which I've done before, so I know the rules of how to behave, so that's all fine. So I'm a supporting artist in the first scene of the day, and then my scene is the second scene, and then I'm a supporting artist in the third scene, and then I'll have a break for lunch, and then I'll have nothing to do until the end of the day, when I'll be a supporting artist in the sixth scene. And then the next day I'm not till the afternoon, which is nice. And then we finish, and I'm like kind of sad, because that's sort of all of, apart from, sort of being around each other while we're waiting to shoot and stuff like that, that's kind of all of our time together. Because it's only a 5-day course, so we only had 2 days of real sort of working with each other, and it's just such a lovely group. And the skill level is so high that it's really fun to work together. And I'm already sad because I can feel it coming to a close, but I'm trying to be very focused on, the moment. I'm trying not to think about even Fridays. Well, I'm trying to be 100% focused on my scene tomorrow. And I have an evening snack and play a game of Hearthstone, and then I'm just gonna, because I am tired. I got some caffeine pills. I grabbed some caffeine pills, which I don't recommend for cases other than emergencies, but because it's been such an intense week and I really just want to get the most out of shooting, and I don't want to completely flag at the end of the day and just be rubbish, I grabbed some caffeine pills, so I think that will get me through. And then other than that, I'm just going to hydrate to shit. I'm more worried about that on Friday because I need to conjure up. If I can, I'd like to conjure up some tears, and which is just so hard to do if you are dehydrated. So I'm just drinking water and peeing. That's my life at the moment. I'm kind of pleased and sort of relieved that I know the scripts, because it's a bit intimidating getting. I've got 2 scripts and basically a day to learn them, but they're fine. When you kind of realise it's just 2 scenes, it's fine. I've got it, so I feel I have a lot more confidence in my ability to just pick up a scene if I need to and run with it, which is really nice. And I really like them both. I love Claire. I'm so excited to see Claire directing and to work with Claire. There's Clare Holman, the teacher who's been leading this class. She's a British actor. She's wonderful. I really, really like her. She's been so great to learn from and to talk to. And it's so interesting because she's also a writer and a director. It's going to be so interesting to work with her as a director, and get notes from her on set and just see how that plays. I'm really excited and nervous and tired, so I'm gonna keep hydrating like mad and then get an early night. Oh, before I go, I have a room key. They fixed it. I have my own room key. I didn't have to be escorted to my room. Thank goodness for the staff. They don't have to run up and down the stairs for us anymore. I'm so glad. But also, when we finished today, 4 of us actors from this course and 1 poor hair and makeup artist got on the wrong shuttle bus away from Pinewood. Everyone that was meant to get, all of us that were aiming to get the bus to Slough, we took the bus to Uxbridge. That was dumb. I was so tired. I just followed whoever was in front of me, and I just trusted that everything was fine. We had the same bus driver that had been taking us to and from Slough all week, so we were like, yeah, cool, great. And then we got to a certain point, one of the girls who's from around here was like, this is the way to Uxbridge. We're on the bus to Uxbridge. We were like, oh god. So it took us like an extra hour to get back tonight. But oopsie, never mind. We made it in the end. I was like so relieved there was a group of us. I would have felt very embarrassed if it had just been me. Luckily there were 5 of us who got on the wrong friggin' bus. Apparently there are loads of buses to Uxbridge and hardly any to Slough from Pinewood. So there were like 3. I kind of assumed it was Slough. A, because of the driver, mostly because it was the same driver, but also because there had just been like 3 to Uxbridge in a row, and it was the time that the shuttle bus was meant to be there for Slough. But we just didn't look properly or ask. Whoops, we made it back in the end, and then I got a room key, so all's well that ends well. And yeah, wish me luck. I mean, it'll be in the past, but wish past Emma luck for shooting tomorrow.
Hello, as you can see, I am home at last. It's a couple of days later, a few days later actually. You can probably tell because I'm slightly more alive, although damn, I do look tired. The last couple of days were just so busy and I was really focused on getting into the zone for the scenes I was doing, so I wasn't really in the mood for filming things. It would have been weird. So I thought I would just wrap up back home. What an amazing week. It was so rewarding. Thursday we filmed like a kind of cute sort of datey scene in this cafe set, and that was a fun day. It was a very full and kind of long day because we were supporting artists in the background of loads of stuff. So I was in, I think, 3 other shooting sessions just in the background, which is really fun. The bits in between, like waiting to be called onto set and stuff, and just especially after I had shot my scene and sort of relaxed, I find the sitting around waiting is the thing that makes me tired. So I was really super knackered at the end of Thursday, and then Friday we went and filmed on location just in a little house near to Pinewood, and that was lovely. It was a lot more intense because I was in a very sad mood, and it was really easy to get into the sad mood because I was genuinely so upset that the week was coming to an end. I already miss it. It's very strange to go kind of back to reality after an intense week of doing something like that is so fulfilling and introspective, and you're taking in so much information. So that was good. And yeah, I'm really happy with how both of them went. I'm really excited to see how they look. Now it's the hardest part is waiting 6 or 7 weeks for the edits to actually come back. After we finished on the Friday, the last of us that were kind of remaining went to the pub, and then we went to Uxbridge and went to a few more pubs, which is probably also part of why I'm so tired. And then I went home. I took the last tubes of the day. I got back about 2 a.m. with my suitcase and everything, so goodness, my shoulders from carrying my backpack and my suitcase across London, so sore. That was really fun too, just nice to be out with friendly people and have a laugh, and yeah. It's so strange because you go back and you have to kind of slip back into your normal everyday life. And I'm like, but I want to keep going. I want to keep making, I want to keep doing improv and making little shorts and, filming things. And so I'm in kind of a weird headspace right now where I'm kind of just coming down. But you're also really tired. So like yesterday, I didn't even get dressed. I just stayed in my pajamas all day and just kind of zoned out. I didn't stream or anything. So we'll see. I think I'll start getting back into the zone, hopefully this evening, because I'm doing Talk Heathen. I hope you enjoyed some of this. I don't really know what this is going to be like. I feel like it's going to be a real mess. It's just going to be like footage of me being in a hotel room being like, I'm really tired but I'm having a great time, and then this like weird ending. So yeah, do let me know if you did enjoy this. If you want to hear more sort of behind the scenes stuff on more things like
filmmaking, short filmmaking or acting or anything like that, then let me know. I'd really like to go through that. I talked about this a little while ago. I'd really like to do a kind of a watch party almost of some of the stuff that I have filmed, or kind of go back through and sort of review and look over stuff that I have done, because I think that's really interesting, and I think that's an interesting way to improve. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But right now I'm just gonna chill out, try and get back into the zone of being a person who talks about things before I go and do a live show. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a very lovely week, and I will see you really soon.